New study shows women love housework. Hey Mary, I cried out to my wife the other evening. Have you by chance read this article in today's newspaper about how women are really starting to enjoy doing housework again? What did you say? Yelled back my wife, who was in the next room leisurely playing a game of computer solitaire, even though the kitchen sink was overflowing with dirty dinner dishes. That's what this article says, I continued. Yep, it says right here in black and white that a bunch of researchers have found that a majority of women now say it's very important to them that their homes be neat and tidy. And that's up by more than 10% from 1975. Apparently there is a life pattern for housekeeping. Cleanliness standards seem to rise for women in their 20s, dip in their 30s and 40s, and then swing back up again in their 50s. And with the baby boomers all turning 50, houses everywhere are starting to get cleaner. What in the world are you talking about? Boy, Mary, this article is just full of information. For instance, did you know that you can polish chrome with mayonnaise, remove bubble gum with peanut butter, and clean piano keys with yogurt? And listen to this, men have almost doubled the amount of housework they do. We're all the way up to 10 whole hours a week now. 10 hours a year is probably more like it, I thought I heard her say. It also says that more women are starting to buy real dishes instead of paper plates, and that they're dusting and polishing the furniture every week instead of just once a month, and that the sales of brooms, mops, and vacuum cleaners have been going right through the roof. And oh yeah, here's one that you might be interested in. It says here that more and more women are finding it really difficult to sleep soundly at night if they haven't washed all the dinner dishes before they go to bed. Suddenly, my wife was right in front of me. You made that last one up, didn't you? Of course not, I lied. You know, she said, with fire in her eyes, your arm isn't broken. Why don't you get up and put the dinner dishes in the dishwasher for a change? It wouldn't exactly kill you, you know. But I don't know how to work the dishwasher, I said, with the most pitiful expression I could produce. It's not exactly nuclear science, she assured me. Oh, that's okay, I said, definitely not wanting to depart from my long-held policy of remaining totally ignorant of the workings of all the household appliances. And for your information, said my wife with emphasis, I did read that stupid article that you have in your hands. Would you like to know the part that I really liked? Well, sure. The part where they quoted Irma Bombeck as saying, housework can kill you if you do it right. Hey, chimed in my smiling 23-year-old daughter, who had been listening to the conversation with a smile. You want to know what I think about housework? No, said my wife, and I in unison. I think housework is meaningless, she said anyway. I mean, why should I make my bed if I'm just going to get back in it next night? And I'm with Mom. Why is it that women get stuck with keeping houses clean? The whole ideal is absurd. It makes absolutely no sense, especially since men are the real slobs anyway. If some lazy man thinks that I'm going to spend my whole life slaving away keeping his house clean, he has another thought coming. A few days later, I happened to mention to a work friend of mine that my wife, daughter, and I had recently had a lengthy and rather heated discussion on the subject of housework. What brought that ugly subject up? She asked me with apparent interest. Oh, some silly newspaper article that I was reading. Well, she said with understanding, women have been known to get a little touchy from time to time when men bring up the subject of housework. Boy, tell me about it, I said. Now, why do you think that is? Because we're the ones who always get stuck doing it. Oh, I said. Anyway, would you like to hear what I think about the subject of housework? She asked. Sure, I said, having long held her way of looking at the world in very high esteem. I think housework is an awful lot like sex, she said, with a straight face. Just when you think you're through with it for a while, you end up having to do it all over again.